The death happened a few minutes ago. Rest in peace, Michelle Zauner. Goodbye, Mike Tyson. Michelle Zauner, a musician and author, lost her mother to cancer 9 years ago, and she and her father are still not close. Despite coming from a complicated background, she seemed to have always dealt with suffering and loss by reclaiming her identity. The lead singer of the band Japanese Breakfast is renowned Korean-American musician Michelle Zauner. In addition to her success in the music industry, Zauner is a multi-award-winning author of Crying H. Mart. Crying H. Mart, a book that was published in 2021, explores the author's multiracial identity and her complex relationship with her parents, notably her demanding late Korean mother. Mother of Michelle Zauner was a strong lady. Speaking candidly about their relationship and her Korean mother, Michelle Zauner expressed the following. She had a direct honesty about her that at times felt really nasty. She was critical and intrusive. I never saw my pals go through something like that. Zauner observed that while her own mother frequently held her responsible for her mother's difficulties, her husband's mother had a more nurturing disposition. If she was harmed, her mother would yell at her rather than lifting her up. As a youngster, Zauner found her mother's negative outlook annoying, but as an adult, she appreciates how the tough love method forced her to think critically about herself. She also recognized the misplaced fury experienced by angry parents. Zauner and her father are also no longer close. Zauner was nonetheless interested in the circumstances around her father despite their lack of communication. She realized her father was engaged to a young Indonesian woman using a phony Instagram account. After her mother's death, her father had a complete metamorphosis. He moved to Thailand and became actively involved in underwater photography and scuba diving. Zauner mentioned that his father even got down on one knee and got engaged to a mid-30s Burmese woman. His sense of style had significantly changed, and he now had tattoos and piercings. Mum of Michelle Zauner passed away from cancer in 2014. When Michelle Zauner lost her mother 9 years ago, she had to go through a difficult journey. She described how her mother sadly lost her life after receiving a pancreatic cancer diagnosis in 2014. Zauner turned to making Korean food, her comfort food, after her mother passed away. After experiencing the trauma of losing her mother, Zauner began to think about her own mortality. She refused to contribute to long-term investments, such as an individual retirement account, IRA, on the grounds that she doesn't anticipate living past the age of 60. The Asian American novelist also stated that she would forego therapy if she were to receive a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, since she thought it would be ineffective. Zauner declared, "I don't think it's worth it, and it wouldn't be worth it for me to suffer through my loved ones. I hope it never happens, but if it does, I would essentially commit suicide." Zauner turned to making Korean food, her comfort food, after her mother passed away. She used this cooking technique as a coping mechanism for her grief and as a means to stay deeply connected to her Korean identity. In order to recreate traditional recipes and find comfort, she immersed herself in YouTube cooking videos and meticulously chose products from the Korean supermarket A Mart. She prepared meals including seaweed soup, dumplings, and kimchi stew. One day, Michelle Zauner hopes to be a loving mother. When Michelle Zauner made the decision to start a family, she thought about how she could raise her children properly without putting too much pressure on them. She claimed that her mother's parenting approach may have had an influence on some parts of her parenting. Zauner has noticed instances in which she behaves in a manner reminiscent to her deceased mother, such as reminding her husband to use sunscreen frequently because he is prone to sunburn. Although acting impatient with her own husband, Zauner aspires to grow in self-awareness and refrain from being an overbearing parent. When she has children, Zauner wishes to be a more open, welcoming, and encouraging parent than her mother was, who did not support her artistic endeavors. Zauner is one of several famous people who have spoken out recently on the difficulties of family life. Britney Spears, Elliot Page, Drew Barrymore, Rina Sawayama, Jennifer Aniston, and Meghan Markle are renowned celebrities who are also receptive to this subject. Thank you.